You may have heard us say, if you wouldn't do it on a real bike, don't do it on a spinner bike. It's all about safety. Watch the demonstration of each of these contraindicated movements while I explain what's wrong with each one. And don't get caught with one of these moves in your class. The first contraindication is figure eights. Figure eights can throw off your balance. The back can also be injured by the twisting movement. Next contraindication is push-ups. With push-ups, you obviously wouldn't be doing that on your bike outside on the road. Also, it takes the focus away from your pedal stroke or your legs while you're trying to ride. The next contraindication is riding with one hand or no hands. Riding with one hand or no hands, you could lose your connection with the bike. You can't maintain a smooth pedal stroke. Your hand could slip, and if your foot slips off the pedal, it would be difficult to steady yourself with only one hand. The next contraindication is riding seated in hand position 3 or in an aero bar position. With this contraindication, it can cause an increased flexion of the spine and neck. The low back is not stabilized and it blocks the flow of oxygen. Our next contraindication is isolations or freezes. With isolations or freezes, tension is transferred to the knees and to the low back. It does not compensate for the bike's lack of movement. Biomechanically, it's ineffective. Next contraindication is squats. Squats can be extremely high risk of injury to the knee joint and spine. Biomechanically, this is also ineffective. Next contraindication is hovers. So with hovers, there's a high risk of injury to the knees, back, neck, and shoulders. It does not allow for release of energy, which can cause tension. It also doesn't allow for a proper pedal stroke. The next contraindication is pedaling backwards. Pedaling backwards on a fixed gear bike may hyperextend the legs. The pedal cages aren't designed to keep your feet in the pedals in this direction. This may also eventually unscrew the pedals from the crank arms. The last contraindication would be stretching on the bike. You don't want to stretch on the bike because it'd be very easy to fall off. So now you know why it's not safe or effective to use these contraindicated moves. If you're ever unsure about a movement, just remember, if you wouldn't do it on a real bike, don't do it on a spinner.